Have you ever seen one of those old daytime talk shows where they're in search of DNA proof of who the father is, and there's this big reveal at the end? The entire show is filled with usually insults and bashing, and it culminates in the paternity test results, reading to determine who is or is not the father. Inevitably, the results are read, and one person is left jumping for joy, and another person is left sobbing uncontrollably. The joys of these half-hour trips on these Hot Mess Express. But in the middle of all this drama, all the drama and the assaults, there's always this video, this backstage video of the most precious little child you've ever seen. Too naive to know what's going on, really. Too innocent to understand all the anger and hate, but not too young to take on the burdens and brokenness of the jacked up life around them. Hey everyone, I am Pastor Sam, and it hurts my heart to imagine the days ahead for these kiddos. The ones who are subjected to such trauma early in their life. And I know it pulls on your heartstrings as well, because if we're all honest, you see, most of us have never been on Oprah or Jerry, and even though more and more folks these days are growing up without knowing their father, we can all actually look into those eyes of those children with not just sympathy, but empathy as well. Because we have all felt that chaos and confusion. We have all felt abandoned. We have all known that empty feeling inside that comes from not knowing our place in this world. It's because our place is not in this world. We were created for so much more than flesh and blood. To quote somebody, it don't matter who your daddy is. I can tell you who your father is. Hosea 1:10 says, "Yet the time will come when God's people will prosper and become a great nation, and in that day his people will be like the sands on the seashore, too many to count. Then at that place where they were told, 'You are not my people,' it will be said, 'You are children of the living God.'" Let me read that again and let that marinate. At that place where they were told, "You are not my people," it will be said, "You are children of the living God." If we allow it to be, our lives can become like daytime talk shows in which we fight and scream and scratch and claw, defending our honor against the full frontal assault of whoever. We can search and fret and worry and wonder over where we came from and where we're going, or we can sit back and relax and enjoy the show, knowing that wherever you find yourself right now, God will meet you there. In the very place where everyone else around you is putting you down and wearing you out. Right in the exact place where the world made you feel like you don't belong, God sent a man to read the DNA results, and I'm not talking about Maury. God sent his son, and they called him Jesus. And as Paul says, he came in this world to save sinners, of whom I'm the very worst. See, I'm living proof that God meets us right where we are. Your life, your very life, is evidence that God has created you. And the life of Christ is evidence that God claims you with all authority. You are children of the living God. So have a great day. Shalom.